The rhythm of the Oregon waves you are hearing right now is actually a lead-in. Let the moisture of the mist blur the boundaries of this room. Right now, we are not just sitting on a piece of weathered driftwood. We are standing before a brilliant fracture in time, located 1,470 light-years away from Earth. There, in the region of Herbig-Haro 4647, two infant stars are breathing within a vibrant, orange cocoon of cosmic dust. You do not need to struggle to understand the complex mechanics of the universe. You only need to let their gentle gravity pull away the final remnants of your exhausting day. Let your mind drift freely into the void, where time stands still and absolute silence begins. As the heavy fog begins to part, ever so slightly directly overhead, it gently reveals a small, dark patch of the twilight sky above us. It is the color of deep, bruised indigo, a velvety darkness that stretches out for unimaginable miles beyond our little stretch of sand. I want you to imagine leaving the physical weight of your body behind on the driftwood, letting your awareness float upward like a lazy wisp of smoke from a campfire. We are drifting effortlessly through the thinning mist, rising smoothly past the tops of the ancient pines and crossing the silent threshold into the quiet vacuum of space. The damp cold of the coast gracefully fades into a perfect, weightless warmth, carrying us toward a distant marvel in the southern sky. We are traveling seamlessly into a quiet region of the stars known as the constellation of the sails, charting a gentle course miles beyond anything we could ever physically touch. Here, suspended in the absolute cosmic silence, we find a hidden nursery where the universe is quietly birthing something entirely new and beautiful. It is a place of profound youth and delicate creation, a cosmic structure that has only existed for a few thousand years, acting as a mere fleeting heartbeat in the grand life of the cosmos. We are looking down at a magnificent pair of twin stars, still acting like sleepy infants wrapped tightly in their heavy celestial blankets. They are huddled closely together in the dark, patiently gathering their strength in the most peaceful and profound isolation imaginable. A very long time ago, This beautiful cradle was nothing but a thick, quiet cloud of dust and gas that slowly sank into itself under its own gentle weight. Right now, these two growing lights are completely hidden from our normal human eyes, buried deep within a dense, spinning disk of ancient material. This thick, dusty disk acts exactly like a protective womb, a nurturing ring of cosmic soil that constantly feeds and comforts the young stars as they grow. It is a slow, methodical dance of creation, where the universe patiently builds these glowing bodies piece by piece, without ever once rushing the elegant process. You can almost feel the quiet, rhythmic hum of this deep space nursery, a vibration of life slowly waking up in the velvet dark. As the twin stars gather more of this heavy, dusty blanket around them, they occasionally need to release a long, contented sigh of pure energy. They push out magnificent, gentle streams of matter from their opposing sides, stretching out like a grand cosmic fountain, playing softly in the endless night. This sweeping fountain gracefully turns itself on and off over the span of centuries, acting as a slow and rhythmic breathing mechanism that helps the stars balance their massive weight. It is a truly beautiful display of universal equilibrium, a quiet reminder that even the great stars must release what they cannot carry, just as you are releasing your worries tonight. The streams of matter drift lazily outward into the void, perfectly calming and utterly majestic in their slow-motion ballet. The sheer, breathtaking scale of this quiet spectacle is entirely beyond our earthly comprehension, stretching out into the darkness for distances that would take a beams of light years upon years to cross. Right in the very center of the structure, there is a brilliant, soft glow of bright orange and pure white, radiating a soothing warmth like a lone candle in a vast, empty room. Expanding out from this warm core, delicate, sharp spikes of light stretch outward, shimmering beautifully in deep, soothing shades of crimson and pale rose. The thick, dusty accretion disk that safely hides the stars casts a deep, comforting shadow, carving out two massive, empty cones of absolute darkness on either side of the light. It is a stunning masterpiece of glowing light and soft shadow, painted by the quiet, patient hands of gravity on the canvas of the deep night. Expanding gloriously out from the center are two enormous lobes of gently glowing material, blossoming outward like a magnificent, unhurried fan opening in slow motion. They are washed completely in the softest, fiery hues of dying embers and burnt orange, bringing a profound sense of cozy warmth to the freezing, empty vacuum of space. The cosmic painting is wonderfully uneven and asymmetrical. The larger side of the fan reaches far backward, stretching away into the deep unknown, seeking the quietest corners of the galaxy. Meanwhile, the smaller, gentler half of the fan points, right back toward us, appearing like a tiny, glowing wave reaching out across the universe to touch our foggy beach. They unfold with the delicate slowness of a blooming desert flower, taking countless centuries to reveal their full, breathtaking, and comforting shape. Woven beautifully through this glowing orange fan is a delicate, winding ribbon of pure, soft blue light, traveling outward from the infant stars. It curves and twists exactly like a lazy river, cutting through a quiet, forgotten canyon, completely unhurried as it travels through the endless darkness. You can easily trace its gentle, winding path with your mind's eye, watching how it meanders outward before finally fading into a soft, pale purple ring at its very outer edge. It looks so much like the dying ember of a beautiful firework, suspended permanently in a frozen moment of absolute and unbreakable peace. The vivid colors blend together perfectly, offering a silent celestial lullaby for the tired eyes of anyone lucky enough to look up and see it. Surrounding this entire beautiful display is an enormous, invisible guardian known to those who study the sky as a heavy, dark cloud. To the naked human eye, it looks like a patch of pure emptiness, a vast silhouette of black ink drawn over the glittering, diamond-like background of the distant stars. It acts as a heavy, soundproof velvet curtain, sheltering the vulnerable young stars from the harsh chaos and bright noise of the outside galaxy. Inside this pitch-black veil, everything is incredibly hushed and still, forming a sanctuary where time moves at the gentle pace of falling snow. It is the perfect place to hide away from the universe, a thick cosmic blanket where you could easily curl up and sleep safely for 1,000 undisturbed years. But when we look closely with special eyes that can see the hidden warmth of the universe, this dark, heavy curtain transforms into something utterly magical. It instantly becomes a ghostly, semi-transparent cloud of bubbling blue mist, looking very much like gentle sea foam floating on a quiet midnight tide. It is incredibly ethereal and soft, a haunted, beautiful structure that seems to drift and sway along with an invisible, silent cosmic breeze. Along the very edges of this ghostly blue cloud, there is a soft, curving border of gentle orange light, shaped exactly like a quiet, upside-down arch protecting the stars. It is a stunning window into the unseen world, proving beyond a doubt that even in the darkest places, there is a soft and comforting glow waiting quietly to be found. If you were somehow able to reach out and run your fingers gently through this glowing blue mist, you would find it filled with the most beautiful frozen treasures. There are tiny, glittering crystals of pure water ice suspended there, floating silently like scattered diamonds, resting softly against a sheet of black velvet. Mingled peacefully with the water are delicate flakes of frozen carbon, drifting alongside ancient molecules of organic soot that smell faintly of a warm campfire on a crisp autumn night. It is a massive cosmic snowstorm moving in absolute, breathtaking slow motion, a glittering dreamscape that sparkles gently in the quiet dark. Every single flake and crystal floating there is a tiny, patient building block of life, resting peacefully until the universe eventually calls upon it. As the incredibly fast blue ribbon of light pushes its way boldly through this freezing cloud, it does not crash, and it certainly does not break anything. Instead, it creates soft, rippling waves of heat, behaving very much like a wooden boat gently pushing its way through a calm, sleepy, glassy lake. These slow-moving waves of energy are called bow shocks, and as they glide effortlessly forward, they gently wake up the sleeping hydrogen molecules hidden deep within the mist. The cold gas responds by glowing brilliantly with a warm, comforting infrared light, illuminating the surrounding darkness with a soft, radiant, and happy hum. It is a completely silent, beautifully orchestrated interaction, a gentle nudge between the immense forces of nature that ends entirely in a display of pure, glowing harmony. Watching these glowing ripples of warmth slowly spread through the icy blue cloud is exactly like watching a heavy drop of golden honey dissolve into a cup of warm chamomile tea. The sharp edges of the shock wave instantly soften and blur, melting the icy, ancient dust into a glowing, radiant haze that stretches outward for uncounted miles. The massive energy found here is not violent, angry, or rushed. It is simply the slow, highly deliberate work of creation taking all the time it needs. You can almost physically feel the gentle heat radiating from the glowing gas, a perfect, heavy, comforting warmth wrapping firmly around your tired shoulders and back. Here, in the deepest, most quiet part of the cosmic night, everything is exactly where it is supposed to be, moving together in perfect, sleepy harmony. Now, allow the brilliant, fiery oranges and soft, ghostly blues of this cosmic nursery to slowly begin fading outward from your mind's tired eye. We are gently and gracefully pulling away from the twin infant stars, leaving them alone to continue their quiet, ancient slumber deep within the spinning dust. The vast, empty darkness of space wraps securely around us once more, becoming a comforting, weightless embrace that carries us gently back down toward the earth. We are drifting downward exactly like a falling autumn leaf, sinking softly through the thick atmosphere, past the thinning gray clouds and back toward the mist of our coastal hideaway. The downward journey is completely effortless, requiring absolutely nothing from you but to simply let go of control and allow the universe to carry you safely home. We settle very softly back onto the damp, weathered driftwood. The crisp, salty air of the Pacific Ocean greeting us faithfully once again. The morning dawn has crept just a little bit closer while we were away, turning the thick, heavy fog into a pale, glowing shade of soft lavender. You can hear the steady, rhythmic crashing of the ocean waves returning to your ears, a slow, heavy heartbeat that perfectly matches the deep, steady rhythm inside your own chest. Your hands have become incredibly heavy. Your mind is finally quiet, and the endless, nagging list of tasks that chased you yesterday has completely dissolved into the sea mist. You have traveled light years and back tonight, and now all that is left for you to do in this world is simply close your eyes and rest. Let us leave the misty shores behind for just a little while, allowing our minds to drift completely free from the heavy gravity of the earth. We are sinking deep into a pocket of the universe that is wrapped in an invisible, bone-chilling blanket of absolute darkness. Imagine a cold so profound and so ancient that it feels like a physical weight, a towering shadow cast over the glittering diamond fields of the night sky. This pitch-black curtain is completely untouched by the warmth of any nearby sun, hanging silently like a heavy velvet drape in an empty, forgotten theater. You cannot see the edges of this massive structure with your earthly eyes, but you can feel its calming, freezing presence, inviting you to rest in its quiet shade. To drift through this hidden expanse is to surrender entirely to a world where light itself seems to have simply given up and fallen asleep. The absolute stillness of this cosmic ocean strips away every single echo of the rushing world, wrapping you in a silence so thick and so pure that it feels incredibly heavy. There is a peaceful, staggering isolation here, a place where time stretches out into slow, sluggish eternities, completely unbothered by the ticking clocks of our waking hours. As we float through this deep, invisible ocean of freezing dust, the immense cold acts as a soothing balm, cooling the lingering heat of your overworked mind. Every single anxious thought is simply frozen in place, softly tumbling away into the boundless void where it can no longer demand your attention. But as our eyes slowly adjust to this profound emptiness, a gentle, hidden truth begins to reveal itself at the very edge of the vast darkness. Tracing along the outer perimeter of this frozen cloud, there is a delicate, curving line of soft, glowing orange light that carefully unmasks the shadows. It forms the shape of a quiet, inverted arch, a graceful curve of warm illumination that looks exactly like the dying embers of a campfire, bravely resisting the winter cold. This gentle boundary of light does not pierce the darkness violently, but rather it bleeds into it with the delicate slowness of watercolor paint spreading across wet paper. It is a stunning, solitary border that safely separates the freezing, ancient void from the magnificent warmth that is quietly stirring deep within the center. Drifting smoothly past that welcoming orange threshold, we find ourselves entirely immersed in an ethereal, semi-transparent ocean of deep, ghostly blue. This vast region of the sky looks exactly like a thick layer of bubbling sea foam, caught perfectly in the moment a heavy tide washes over an empty midnight beach. The blue mist is incredibly thick and heavy, rolling over itself in a mesmerizing, impossibly slow dance that stretches the very concept of time. You can see enormous, soft pockets of gas expanding and separating with a lazy, sluggish grace, acting just like a heavy dollop of honey falling from a silver spoon. There is absolutely no rush in these movements. Everything is suspended in a thick, viscous fluid of cosmic time, inviting you to simply watch and breathe. As you watch these colossal blue bubbles drift apart, you notice how they cling to one another in a beautifully hesitant, stretched out separation. It is a thick, syrupy ballet where every single expansion takes hundreds of years to unfold, playing out in a majestic, suspended rhythm that immediately calms your racing heart. The delicate walls of this blue cloud swell outward with a majestic, fluid grace, catching the hidden light and reflecting it softly like moonlight on a perfectly still lake. Within this haunted, beautiful structure, there are no sharp edges and no sudden movements. It's only the eternal, patient stretching of ancient material across unimaginable miles. Let your own breathing match this sluggish, unhurried rhythm, sinking deeper into the soft mattress as the blue mist slowly expands in your mind. Pushing boldly, yet silently, through this freezing blue ocean are two colossal, blossoming clouds of intense, fiery orange heat. They unfold outward from the hidden center like the heavy, magnificent petals of a giant desert flower waking up to the very first light of dawn. These massive lobes of glowing gas carry a terrifying, unimaginable warmth, a deeply comforting fire that completely defies the bone-chilling vacuum that surrounds it. You can almost feel the gentle, radiating heat washing over your face, melting away the last stubborn remnants of tension hidden in your jaw and your shoulders. The rich, burning shades of burnt orange and soft amber create a stunning contrast against the icy blue, warming the deep space nursery in a silent, comforting embrace. Running directly through the heart of these vibrant, blossoming orange petals are fresh, striking veins of pure, electric blue light. They twist and wind their way through the fiery clouds like a quiet, forgotten river carving its way through a vast canyon of red stone. These brilliant blue ribbons do not travel in a straight, predictable path. Instead, they fracture and break apart, swirling into lazy eddies and slow-moving whirlpools of glowing gas. As they drift further and further away from the center, these winding paths of blue slowly begin to pool together, quietly transforming into a delicate, pale purple ring at the very edge of sight. It is a masterpiece of flowing, liquid light, a slow-motion tapestry woven by the patient hands of gravity over thousands of peaceful years. Deep within the very center of this swirling masterpiece, hidden safely behind the thickest layers of glowing dust, lies the true heart of this silent world. It is a blinding, brilliant smudge of pure white and fierce orange light, beating with a slow, powerful rhythm that anchors the entire enormous structure. This hidden furnace is generating a heat so profound and so absolute that it makes the empty space around it physically vibrate and hum with invisible thermal pressure. Yet, despite this unimaginable energy, the light that reaches us is filtered and soft, arriving as a soothing, gentle glow that feels incredibly safe and welcoming. It is the cosmic equivalent of a warm hearth on a freezing winter night, a solitary beacon of comfort waiting patiently for you to gather around its quiet fire. Piercing outward from this central, glowing smudge are long, delicate spikes of burning light, stretching proudly into the darkness in 8 distinct, majestic directions. These sharp, geometric rays are painted in searing shades of deep red and soft pink, cutting through the thick, surrounding clouds like lighthouse beams cutting through heavy coastal fog. They are the unmistakable signature of the hidden stars, a breathtaking crown of light that reaches across billions of miles just to softly touch the edges of the dark cloud. The colors are incredibly vivid, an intense blush of rose and crimson that adds a stunning layer of delicate beauty to the overwhelming power of the central furnace. Even in the deepest, most isolated corners of the night, this beautiful, structured light finds a way to shine, offering a profound sense of order and peace. The entire scene is defined by a massive, silent struggle between the bone-chilling cold of the dark cloud and the incredible, radiating heat of the central stars. The young stars are pushing out this heavy, glowing material at speeds that our human minds cannot even begin to comprehend. An absolute torrent of pure kinetic energy. But here, in this distant sanctuary, that terrifying speed is completely shackled by the immense density of the surrounding gas, transforming the violent eruption into a thick, sluggish crawl. The blistering heat from the cosmic furnace violently rubs against the freezing, empty vacuum, creating a powerful thermal friction that makes the very fabric of space quiver and shake. It is a deeply physical sensation, a heavy, vibrating warmth that you can almost feel deep within your own chest, soothing your tired muscles with its rhythmic, invisible pulse. As this unstoppable wall of heat finally smashes into the freezing boundaries of the blue cloud, there is absolutely no sound, no explosion, and no chaos. Instead, the icy wall of the cloud simply yields, bowing outward and expanding with a graceful, breathtaking elegance that takes centuries to fully unfold. The material swells and stretches exactly like a heavy piece of taffy being pulled apart by gentle hands, completely surrendering to the slow, viscous rhythm of the universe. This is a place where even the most violent cosmic forces are instantly tamed and quieted, forced to dance to the slow, heavy heartbeat of the dark void. You can watch the glowing gas bloom and billow in perfect slow motion, a continuous, fluid exhalation that invites your own lungs to let go of their tightly held air. What is truly the most remarkable about this spectacular, fiery display is the spine-chilling, absolute silence that completely surrounds it. In our waking world, an event of this massive, unimaginable scale would be accompanied by deafening roars, the earth-shattering thunder of elements colliding and breaking apart. But the deep vacuum of the galaxy is perfectly, beautifully deaf, instantly stripping away every single frequency of sound and leaving behind only a pure, unbroken quiet. This immense, crushing silence acts as a heavy, protective blanket, instantly muting the loud, demanding noises of your day and offering you a sanctuary of true, deep peace. The stars are silently screaming their existence into the void. And yet, all that reaches us is a gentle, soundless light, a lullaby without a single spoken word. If you look very closely, just past the edges of this glowing orange and blue masterpiece, you will see the incredibly distant, quiet neighbors sharing this deep space canvas. The pitch-black background is delicately dotted with an absolute abundance of tiny, ancient, spiral galaxies, looking like a handful of pale, glittering sand scattered on a dark wooden table. These distant islands of stars glow softly in delicate shades of pinkish white, offering a breathtaking, textured backdrop to the intense, fiery drama unfolding in the foreground. Each one of those tiny, glowing specks is an entire universe of its own, slowly turning in the dark, completely removed from the tiny, trivial worries that kept you awake this afternoon. It brings a profound, overwhelming sense of scale, a gentle reminder of just how small and beautifully insignificant our earthly anxieties truly are in the grand tapestry of the night. Here, in this vast, overwhelming sea of silence, the young, glowing stars continue to sculpt and mold their dark, dusty clouds in the most profound and total isolation. They are completely alone in this freezing wilderness, spinning their heavy, beautiful tornadoes of light and gas without a single watchful eye to judge or rush their process. There is a deep, comforting beauty in this utter solitude, a quiet permission to simply exist in the dark, doing exactly what you were meant to do, without worrying about the rest of the world. You too are safely isolated in this moment, completely disconnected from the heavy expectations and the endless chatter of the people who demand. time, you are floating securely in your own private, quiet corner of the universe, surrounded only by the slow, gentle breath of the cosmos and the heavy comfort of your own bed. Let us bring our focus incredibly close, zooming in on just one single beautiful bubble within that vast, semi-transparent blue mist. Watch as the delicate surface of this icy bubble catches a stray beam of fiery orange light, illuminating a swirling, chaotic dance of ancient dust trapped inside its freezing walls. The surface tension of this cosmic bubble shimmers and warps with a slow, heavy grace, reacting to the invisible thermal waves pushing against it from the hidden stars. It takes hundreds of years for this single sphere of gas to slowly stretch, thin out, and eventually merge with the cold darkness around it. In this impossibly slow transformation, there is absolutely nothing for you to fix, nothing to monitor, and nothing to worry about. Only the quiet, beautiful inevitability of change. Slowly, the intense, blinding heat of the central orange furnace begins to feel further and further away, its brilliant light softening into a gentle, muted ember. The sharp, piercing spikes of crimson and pink light that reached out into the dark, begin to retract their long shadows, pulling their protective warmth back into the hidden core. The deep, heavy cold of the surrounding black cloud gently steps forward once again, gracefully reclaiming its quiet territory and wrapping the stars back in their thick velvet blanket. The vibrant, glowing canvas of the sky slowly washes out into a deeply soothing, monochromatic shade of dark, restful gray, signaling that the grand cosmic display is finally coming to a close. Your mind, too, is dimming its bright, active lights, slowly shutting down the busy corridors of thought and embracing the heavy, comforting fog of approaching sleep. We are effortlessly leaving the silent, freezing vacuum of the deep galaxy behind, letting our awareness drift back down through the miles of atmospheres to our quiet, foggy coastline. The thick, heavy air of the Oregon beach greets you like an old, familiar friend, bringing with it the crisp, grounding scent of wet pine needles and salty sea foam. You can feel the solid, steady support of the old driftwood beneath you once more, anchoring you safely to the earth after your long, weightless journey through the stars. The cool, damp mist from the Pacific Ocean settles softly on your face, a physical reminder that you are entirely safe, deeply grounded, and perfectly hidden from the waking world. The slow, rhythmic breathing of the ocean has completely synchronized with your own. A heavy, steady pulse that gently rocks you toward a deep and dreamless rest. Your limbs have become incredibly heavy, feeling as though they are made of solid, warm lead, sinking deeper and deeper into the soft, forgiving surface beneath you. The persistent, nagging tightness in your chest has completely unraveled, leaving behind a smooth, calm expanse of peace that allows your breath to travel all the way down to your toes. You have successfully navigated the chaotic storms of your day. You have traveled across the silent, freezing galaxies, and now there is absolutely nothing left on your itinerary but rest. The thick fog rolling off the dark water is pulling a heavy, gray curtain over the horizon, officially closing the door on today and sealing away all of its unfinished business. You are completely enveloped in a quiet, protective bubble, a sanctuary where the only requirement is to let go of the heavy wheel. As the fiery, brilliant orange light of that distant stellar nursery begins to gently fade from our mind's eye, I want you to feel yourself slowly drifting back down through the vast, quiet expanse of the night. We are gracefully leaving the magnificent, freezing silence of the deep cosmos behind, floating effortlessly back toward the heavy, familiar, and immensely welcoming embrace of our own world. Picture yourself descending exactly like a single, weightless autumn leaf falling gently through the cooling evening air, gliding softly through the thinning gray clouds that blanket the earth. You are slowly but surely returning to the misty, secluded shores of the Oregon coast, guided entirely by the comforting, rhythmic sound of the dark water below. The immense journey across the stars has peacefully ended, and the solid gravity of the earth is patiently waiting to hold you securely once again. The air here is immediately thicker, carrying that deeply comforting, salty scent of the Pacific Ocean, mixed beautifully with the rich, earthy fragrance of damp pine needles. You can feel the solid, weathered grain of the old driftwood beneath you once again, acting as a sturdy and reliable anchor after our long journey through the freezing vacuum of space. Listen closely to the heavy, rhythmic crashing of the tide returning to your ears, beating against the shore exactly like the slow, steady heart of the earth itself. A thick, coastal fog has rolled in heavily while we were away, wrapping this tiny, secluded beach in a protective veil of pale gray and soft silver. There is absolutely no one else out here for miles and miles, making this entire stretch of dark, wet sand a perfectly private sanctuary designed only for your rest. I know that out there, far beyond this quiet blanket of coastal fog, the modern world has been demanding an impossible and relentless pace from you. You have been forced to run a breathless, endless race through a thick haze of uncertainty, constantly told by those around you that your worth is entirely measured by how much you can produce. This society has a deeply cruel way of demanding that you remain always on, always striving, and always reaching for a distant summit that only seems to grow further away with every step you take. The true, hidden tragedy of this relentless rushing is how quietly it steals away your natural ability to simply sit still and experience the pure, uncomplicated joy of just being alive. When you are constantly pressured to blindly sprint into a future you cannot even see, the heavy burden does not bring you glory. It only leaves your beautiful spirit completely fractured and exhausted. But tonight, right here, on this dark and incredibly lonely stretch of sand, I am giving you absolute, unquestionable permission to drop that heavy burden right at your feet. You do not need to figure out tomorrow. You do not need to logically justify your rest. And you certainly do not need to earn the right to breathe this cool, healing sea air. Just as the ocean never stops to apologize for receding deeply at low tide, you do not need to apologize for needing a moment of absolute, undisturbed stillness to repair yourself. Let the heavy, suffocating cloak of your endless responsibilities slowly slide off your weary shoulders, feeling it sink harmlessly into the damp sand where the tide will wash it away. You are allowed to simply exist in this quiet moment, completely untethered from the loud expectations and the heavy judgments of the waking world. Think back for a moment to that magnificent young star we just witnessed, suspended so peacefully inside its pitch-black, freezing cocoon of ancient cosmic dust. It was born into the absolute darkest, most terrifyingly isolated corner of the sky, surrounded by a thick, heavy cloud that completely obscured any clear path forward. Yet, that incredibly powerful little light did not panic. It did not rush its own creation, and it never once tried to aggressively tear away the darkness all at once to prove its worth. It simply accepted the heavy darkness that surrounded it, knowing that true creation requires immense patience, profound quiet, and an absolute trust in the slow process of time. It rested peacefully in the thick fog of its own nursery, completely unbothered by the fact that it could not yet see the distant edges of the galaxy. Instead of fighting the overwhelming shadows, it chose the path of quiet, enduring persistence, taking thousands upon thousands of years to gently and steadily push its warm light outward. It behaves exactly like the unseen lighthouse we can hear in the distance, slowly and methodically sweeping its golden beam through the thickest marine layer without ever rushing its mechanical rhythm. You, my friend, do not need to have the entire roadmap of your future brilliantly illuminated right this very second, nor do you need to violently scatter the fog of your own daily uncertainties. It is completely okay to simply take one slow, deliberate breath at a time, moving through the fog of your life with the gentle, unhurried grace of a ship sailing on calm waters. You do not have to conquer the heavy mist to find your way. You only need to keep your own quiet, inner light softly burning as you navigate the quiet dark. Your greatest, most profound strength does not lie in how fast you can logically conquer the unknown, but rather in your deep, unwavering ability to quietly and patiently endure. Allow yourself the gentle grace to simply glow in the dark, taking your sweet time, knowing that every small, unseen effort you make is slowly carving out a beautiful, safe space just for you. There is an immense, undeniable power in doing things slowly, a cosmic wisdom in allowing your life to unfold at the gentle, unhurried pace of a blooming flower stretching toward the morning sun. The universe never demands that a mountain rise in a single day, and it certainly does not expect you to all of your heavy problems, to solve all of your heavy problems before the sun comes up tomorrow. Your quiet persistence is more than enough. Your ability to simply endure the heavy fog without completely losing your soft, glowing warmth is a tremendous and beautiful victory. In the deep space we just visited, the beautiful, expansive clearing of the cosmic clouds was only made possible by the slow, powerful shock waves constantly pushing against the ancient dust. Sometimes, the heavy stumbles and the deeply painful fractures you experience in your own life are simply the universe's way of clearing out the old, stagnant material that no longer serves your spirit, the slow erosion of those toxic, heavy expectations you have been carrying for so long is not a defeat. It is a vital, necessary purging that violently tears away the old to make room for the new. Every time you feel like you are breaking apart under the immense weight of the world, you are actually being carefully reshaped, stripped down to your absolute, purest, and strongest foundation. This painful process of unmaking is what creates the beautiful, vast, and empty spaces inside of you, preparing a quiet clearing where genuine peace can finally take root and wildly grow. When the heavy, suffocating layers of your daily anxieties finally begin to break apart and fall away, I want you to know that they do not simply vanish into cold, empty nothingness. Instead, they gently settle to the quiet ocean floor of your mind, heavily transforming into the incredibly rich, fertile soil that will eventually nourish your own quiet, steady rebirth. You are being completely cleansed by the slow, undeniably powerful currents of time, washed clean of the frantic, nervous energy that has kept your beautiful heart racing for far too long. The universe uses erosion not to destroy the cliffside, but to reveal the magnificent, unbroken, solid stone that has always been waiting quietly beneath the rough surface. Your fractures are simply the perfect entryways for the light to finally get in, turning your most painful breaking points into the exact places where your greatest strength will ultimately reside. Embrace this beautiful, sometimes painful shedding of your heavy, old armor, recognizing that it is the exact same natural process the stars use to forge the heavy elements knits of life itself. Every single time you feel entirely broken or profoundly worn down by this demanding, loud world, quietly remind yourself that you are simply making necessary space for a clearer, brighter sky to emerge. Tonight, in this perfectly safe and deeply isolated coastal sanctuary, laid all of those exhausted, broken pieces be softly absorbed by the immense, forgiving darkness of the Organite. You do not need to glue them back together before you sleep, and you certainly do not need to present a perfect, unbroken shell to the heavy fog rolling in off the water. Just let yourself be beautifully incomplete, resting completely softly in the knowledge that the universe loves you exactly as fractured and worn out as you feel. Feel right now. Now, I want you to bring your wandering awareness deeply back to the rhythmic, heavy movement of the dark water rolling slowly onto the unseen shore lying just before us. The ocean does not ever try to fight the immense, invisible gravity of the moon. It simply surrenders entirely, allowing itself to be pulled in and pushed out in a perfectly balanced, endless dance. I want you to lean heavily into that exact same natural rhythm, letting the gentle, slow rise and fall of your chest complete match the heavy, predictable crashing of the breaking waves. Breathe in the cool, wet fog deeply as the water slowly draws back across the pebbles, and exhale entirely as the heavy wave collapses warmly onto the waiting sand. You are completely tethered to this ancient oceanic breathing, safely anchored to a process that has been perfectly repeating itself since long before human worries ever existed. There is absolutely no need for you to try and forcefully control the turbulent, unpredictable storms of your life. Nor do you ever need to act like a violent, crashing wave to prove your inner strength. True, lasting peace is only found when you finally stop fighting the overwhelming current and simply allow yourself to float effortlessly on the surface of the deep, dark and forgiving water. Let all of your lingering worries, your endless lists of impossible tasks, and your heavy, unspoken fears completely dissolve into the soft, bubbling sea foam that washes up quietly around your boots. You are dropping the heavy cloak of your busyness right here onto the wet stones, stepping entirely free from the exhausting character you are forced to play during the bright hours of the day. The tide is gently coming in to wash the heavy slate completely clean, offering you a vast, empty canvas of pure, undisturbed silence to rest upon. Picture yourself standing incredibly tall and deeply unbothered, exactly like the old stone lighthouse standing faithfully on the jagged rocks just a few miles down this foggy, lonely coast, when the thick, blinding fog completely rolls in from the Pacific, entirely swallowing the ocean and the sky. The lighthouse does not panic. It does not move, and it certainly does not strain itself trying to burn the fog away. It simply remains profoundly still, rooted deeply into the ancient bedrock of the shore, quietly and reliably shining its warm, guiding light into the mist, one slow, deliberate rotation at a time. It does not demand that the weather immediately clear, nor does it shout into the screaming wind. It just firmly holds its ground, offering a steady, comforting glow to anyone lost in the dark. You are being invited to adopt that exact same heavy, unshakable stillness tonight, letting the chaotic world spin frantically around you while you remain perfectly calm and rooted in place. You are exactly like that sturdy, beautiful tower, perfectly capable of standing firm, quiet, and calm while the chaotic storms of the world swirl harmlessly around your incredibly strong foundation. By completely letting go of the desperate, exhausting need to control the uncontrollable events of tomorrow, you will discover a deep, radical freedom hidden right here in the quiet simplicity of the present moment. Your only job tonight, your only required task in this entire universe is to just stand still, to breathe the incredibly crisp, wet air, and to let the heavy, damp fog wrap around you like a protective, soundproof blanket. Let your shoulders finally drop. Let your jaw unclench completely. And let the persistent, nagging thoughts of what you should have done today wash out with the outgoing tide. You are enough. You have done enough, and this isolated, foggy beach asks absolutely nothing of you, but to simply be here, existing quietly alongside the ancient water. As the long, exhausting hours of the day finally retreat entirely into the distant past, let a profound, heavily comforting warmth begin to slowly spread from the very center of your chest. Feel it moving with a delightfully sluggish, unhurried pace down through your tense shoulders, actively melting away the tight, stubborn knots of tension that have been hiding deep in your muscles since the early morning. This warm, golden feeling is traveling incredibly slowly down your arms, flowing past your elbows and reaching right down to the very tips of your fingers, making your hands feel wonderfully heavy and entirely useless for any kind of work. The sheer physical relief of simply putting down the heavy tools of your daily life is rushing through your veins like a quiet river of warm honey, completely paralyzing the need to move or act. You are completely pinned to this moment by a beautifully heavy, relaxing gravity that anchors your spirit firmly to the earth. Allow that exact same intensely soothing heaviness to travel gently down the long curve of your spine, deeply releasing the tight muscles of your lower back and flowing completely down through your tired, heavy legs. Feel this warm relaxation sweep past your knees, drifting lazily through your calves and pooling warmly all the way down into your resting toes, grounding your entire body into the soft surface beneath you. Your physical form is now sinking deeply and heavily into the soft, forgiving mattress, fully supported by the earth, entirely safe from harm and completely disconnected from the frantic, buzzing energy of the waking world. The quiet, deeply inviting sanctuary of sleep is drawing closer with every single slow breath you take, acting exactly like a deep, warm pool of dark water, just waiting to gently pull you under the surface. There is nowhere else you need to travel. There is nowhere else you need to travel. No other profound lessons you need to logically learn tonight. Your only remaining task is to completely surrender, to the complete surrender to the overwhelming weight of your own fatigue. in this beautifully suspended, magical hour of deep fog, just before the dawn, the rest of the busy, demanding world is entirely asleep, and there is absolutely nothing standing between you and a state of total, absolute peace. The loud, commanding voices of your day have all gone completely silent. The urgent, flashing messages have faded into meaningless nothingness, and the relentless, driving ticking of the clock has slowed to a sleepy, comfortable crawl. You have finally, successfully arrived at the exact destination you have been desperately seeking all day long, a deeply hidden place of complete rest, total acceptance, and unconditional, quiet comfort. You can finally stop guarding the door, stop watching the horizon for approaching storms, and allow the heavy, metal gates of your mind to pull closed for the night. The incredibly vast, ancient universe we just spent time exploring is silently watching over you with a billion gentle eyes, ensuring that everything on Earth remains exactly in its right, proper place while you finally rest. So, just let go, my exhausted friend. Let the heavy, steering wheel of your life slip completely from your tired hands and allow the gentle, inevitable current of the dark night to carry you safely and deeply away. There is a profound, beautiful safety in simply giving up the fight, in trusting that the deep water will hold your weight without you needing to paddle or struggle to stay afloat. You are held, you are deeply grounded, and the quiet, heavy fog of this secluded Oregon beach has successfully hidden you away from everything that once made you feel small or rushed. The long, hard work of living is entirely paused, completely frozen in this cool, salty air until the sun decides to rise again, leaving you with absolutely nothing to do but sink into the dark. Let the slow, hypnotic rhythm of the endless ocean finally wash away the very last of your scattered thoughts, pulling you gently down into the warm, deeply comforting embrace of a heavy and dreamless sleep. Rest your weary, overworked head upon the pillow. Surrender completely to the quiet, protective dark, and let the gentle, retreating tide carry your spirit safely home. Good night. But you know, my friend, the waves keep breaking and the universe keeps turning.